-5 was -5, and I was
-5.
-5.
Hey guys, welcome back to I Adore Music Week with Adore Magazine. Today we're here with the legendary, the iconic, the amazing -5.
My entire goal was just to start a band.
Like 7 drummers in like a span of a year, and then
Yeah.
Ezra came in clutch.
It's kind of heavy punk.
In the all ages scene.
As you get older, you also get more boring. Everybody is there to just like go ballistic.
The kind of stuff that's going on here is nothing I've like that has been happening before. All the community.
Want to play music? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I do.
How are you guys?
Chillin'.
Good.
So just to start off, I need to know, how did you guys get together as a band and how did you pick the name?
Chris and I met on a field trip in high school, and we went to, was it Roy Thompson Hall? Was it?
Yeah, we saw Vivaldi.
Was he actually there?
No, he wasn't.
I was like the only dude who like talked about like Nirvana, which was kind of like a key selling point in starting the band. We started jamming out in our music room. Chris was like, "Oh, we should like totally start a band."
I asked this guy like day one I met him. I'm like, "Yo, bro, like let's start a band, right?" Because that was like my entire goal was just to start a band. So
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, bro, let's start a band." And then Seb looks at me and he goes, "Let's see how it goes for a little bit first." At the start of like 2023, Seb was like, "You know what? Yeah, let's like start a band or something. Like let's actually like 100% do it." And then in February, we played our first show.
And how did you pick the name?
I was at my dad's place when I was thinking of names. We're always either watching horror movies or just listening to music. And Pixies was playing, and then the song Monkey Gone to Heaven was on.
Yeah.
And there's a line in the song where he says "man is 5," and I was like, that's kind of cool if you take it out of context. So I sent it to
It
Chris. And
is.
guess that's kind of what we stuck with. But went through like 7 drummers in like a span of a year, and then
Yeah.
Ezra came in clutch. When we talked to Ezra had about like a month of drumming experience before.
Like total.
Total.
Yeah, total.
Yeah. Like
Wow.
before picking up a pair of sticks type
Like
shit.
we were like screwed type shit. Like we were like, "Yo, we'll
Type
find
shit.
anyone" type shit. He learned our songs. Like we'd play the song for him, and then he'd just play the song.
Yeah, so on all of you guys' platforms and everything, I keep saying the same word. You guys describe yourself as grunk. What does
Grunge
that
punk.
mean to you? That's
Grunge
what I
punk.
assumed. But what does that
Yeah.
mean to you
It's not a real
specifically?
it's not a real term because grunge isn't necessarily a genre.
No,
Um
it's a collection of genres.
yeah, so I would at the end of the day, like grunk it just kind of sounds cool. Uh
It's just
It's kind of
funny.
like your guys' brand now. Like no one else uses it, but it's everywhere for you guys.
This band called Street Play. Jesus, they have a song called Heavy, and
Yeah.
I saw them in their bio. They were describing themselves as LA grunge punk. And I was like, okay, so we're going to just do grunk. And when I saw this comment the other day, this guy was like crashing it. He was like, only in Toronto would some dumbass come up with the name grunk for a music genre.
So you guys are like absolutely popping right now in the all ages scene, and it's a scene that is really important to me. What does the all ages scene mean to you guys?
as you get older, you also get more boring. All I just seen right now is kind of cool. It's like a one in a lifetime thing where like everybody is there to just like go ballistic.
What like has been happening in the scene is like this is never happened before.
Yeah.
Like, do not take this for granted. This is like nuts. I'm very grateful to see, and it's all the community. Each individual person is deciding to take that night to come out to a show.
I think it's less about the bands and more about just like celebrating the fact that like we're all in something together.
My brother, his high school band was kind of like the first underground band. I started playing music too, and then I didn't for like 4 years. These guys asked me, they're like, "You want to play music?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I do." People who also like the music,
Yeah.
sometimes more than us, it feels like more than me, definitely.
The next thing I want to get into is each of you, who are your favorite bands to play with?
I really like playing with BB and Una. 027, like Clockwise, Answer Plants, those are my boys. Lost Cause, they're good.
Wiener Kebab, Clockwise, Lost Cause.
Number 1, Bouquet. Number 2, Answer Plants.
Yeah.
Number 3, Wiener Kebab. Basically, every band we've played with has either been a band I've really wanted to play with. I love, like, musically, like I've been listening to them.
What was your most memorable show and why?
Cinecycle was a pretty memorable show.
My first show at Supermarket with Just July and Kingdom of Birds.
Oh, that was nuts.
That was memorable because that was our first time playing and it was really weird. Probably Cinecycle because we burnt the building.
We didn't burn the building down, bro. We're
We
not
lit the building
spreading
on
out.
fire.
Nobody burnt anything down.
About a show that happened that the venue like freaked out. Kids were like drunk and all that.
Okay.
What was the story with that?
Two people stole alcohol like out of the spot from Seascape, which is like a local venue. I was very mad and I said some stuff on my story. I think that was a good reality check for people because won't lie, all ages shows were going down the drain. Stuff kept continuing. If those people see this, I want them to know that I know that it was them. Seascape, the owner, Sarah, was like, yo, like I'm not doing all ages shows here anymore. Like I'm shutting them down. Basically, I went the day after, yo, please let these shows keep continuing. Eventually, I think she decided to keep it going. But like on a condition basis of like if anything like that happens again, she's pulling the plug.
Really annoying because like you would imagine that you wouldn't have to like specify that on every poster, but like it's like legit come to the point where if you don't say it to them, they won't think about it.
We can't be doing it inside the venue.
Kind of segueing into something a little bit more positive. I want to get more into your guys' music, how you guys found your sound.
It's
Crazy amount,
different
yeah. I
for
think
all
it's
of
really
us
good.
is the thing.
Because I guess I really like try to tap into sections of like my musical psyche that are more lenient on like the punkier or like heavier sides of
Yeah.
my knowledge in music. And
Consider like our first year of being a band, not Man is Five because I consider this group of people Man is Five because everything we've played and written, or even like kind of rewritten, or songs that were written that now Ezra's playing drums for, have kind of become what I can hear in my head. One of our songs called Stutter is about an Italian mathematician in the 1400s who played a key role in discovering imaginary numbers. And then we have a song called I Can't Get a Fucking Job.
When I started, I was big into like Dave Grohl, the Stone Age, and like early Foo Fighters.
A really big part of the punk scene is like advocation for social issues. How do you guys weave that into your music or into your presence, into your brand, into your band?
when we do shows, I like to pitch my opinions on being like anti-establishment. Should respect as many and everyone. But at the same time, fuck the government and disobey as hard as you can.
Time and place, especially for a band like this that I don't consider to be a political band. We have some political songs, and I am happy with those songs, just like I'm happy with apolitical songs as well. I think that we've done a good job to get across what we stand for. I think people know that. I hope they know that. And, if I feel like there's any doubt in the crowd, I make sure that they know. There's a lot of songs we've written that are just kind of like metaphors for other things.
The cool thing about punk music is like you get the sense that it is anti-establishment just in the musicality of it all.
Why bother supporting something if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about?
Massive crisis going on in Toronto. Massive drug crisis.
Yeah.
Massive
Oh, yeah.
homelessness crisis. And I think you guys just even being a part of the scene and advocating for that is really great. And
Although that I think, issues, across the globe are important, whatever. I also think, although smaller, though like equally important, like helping the community is something that doesn't, you know, happen as often as it should. And as a member of said community, I would feel a lot more like vindicated and like happy with who I am as a musician and as like an artist when it would, you know, effectively or like proactively affect the community that I live in.
if you guys have any upcoming exciting shows or projects,
June 7th with Gout, 027 and Answer Plants, 25 Cecil.
United Steelworkers Hall, the only real venue left.
On June 13th at the Roncesvalles United Church. After
Fire.
that, yeah, that'll be fun for my 19th birthday with my three projects that I'm in. We have a show on June 14th in Aurora. We're playing for a tattoo shop in Aurora,
Fire.
which is kind of cool. We're playing with Clockwise and some other really awesome bands.
August 15th is when we're going to release 2 new songs, and we're going to have a show that day. We're releasing Salty Almond and I Can't Get a Fucking Job. And if people know those songs, get excited. And we're proud of them.
But I was wondering if you have any advice for people looking to start getting into the scene.
Start a band and then like reach out to me. Just do it. Just start, practice like a motherfucker, and don't be afraid to reach out to people you look up to.
For the people who are starting bands or who need to be starting bands, ask the people.
If you want to create something or if you want to do something, the only way that it's going to happen is if you start. Just put your best foot forward and not look back and just try as hard as you can for as long as you can.
And start it in high school if you're in high school.
Just start playing, make connections, go to shows. That's a big thing. Go to shows, talk to people. Just talk to people and start playing. Get good at your instruments. Because, like, no, it's not all that, but that's definitely going to help.
Kind of like piggybacking off of what you said, like you too.
Their bassist started playing started playing bass for the
Once
band.
he joined the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bono he didn't know how to sing. I don't know if you listened to their earlier shit, but he was terrible.
No, he was horrible.
Terrible. And they are arguably one of the most famous bands in the world.
Oh my God, they're huge.
They're internationally famous. They're one of the biggest advocacy bands, political bands. That's just a point to how if you practice, you will get there, and it doesn't matter where you start. It just matters where you end up. Are there any last things that you guys would like to say before we end the interview?
We all love everybody and we support everyone.
Yeah.
Peace and love.